Hey everybody, welcome to the first Thick or Thin Thursday at the age of 49. So, as you can see, sorry everybody, no gold coin being awarded this week. Well, let's get straight to it. Thursday, what did I do Thursday? Well, Thursday I drank a 19.2 ounce can of beer and I ate 3/4 of a pint of Ben & Jerry's ice cream. Not a great start to the week, I have to admit. Um, However, on Friday it was my birthday. That was the day that I really truly did indulge. Nancy and her cousin took me out to dinner. We went to a place that specializes in boiled seafood. I ate over a pound of boiled shrimp in butter. I, it was a great birthday. It was a great experience. Uh, it was it was actually, despite when I look back on it, despite the fact that I did in fact have fried alligator for an appetizer, I have to say that all in all, that was a pretty healthy dinner. Somebody might argue about whether butter is good or great. I personally believe that butter is helpful to the human system, and I think it's something that we need. So anyway, that's what we did Friday. We came back here to the house. We had cupcakes and ice cream. And then Saturday night, I ended up having cupcakes and ice cream for like dinner, lunch, what have you, all throughout the day. So I know that may and then Sunday, Nancy and I had our usual fast food breakfast of McDonald's for me and Burger King for her. That's an indulgence that we do every week. That's supposed to be the only indulgence. However, as I've been doing something that I should have been doing for the past months, and that's tracking my food in my Fitbit, I've been really noticing just how bad I am about following my own program. Case in point, Monday I kept track, and I noted that I ate a cup of ice cream. Later on, I ate 2 cups of ice cream. On 3 separate occasions on Monday, I ate 2 Oreos. These are the kind of things that I would not have included in my caloric intake normally, even when I was doing a fairly decent job of recording these things. Um, but I'm really starting to understand, because this year, as I said, my focus is accountability, and accountability means that I take responsibility for my own role in my own fat. Now, as it turns out, I have the kind of system that means that I have to work 3 times as hard as a lot of other people. Wham! That's just how it goes. So this is the understanding that I'm coming to, and this is the reality that I have to accept, and the accountability that I have to take for what I have done to my own system. Um, Tuesday was a fasting day, and Monday I did manage to stop eating well before 8 o'clock. Tuesday I followed the fasting program. Around, I think, 5 o'clock, Nancy made me a couple of chicken breasts. I did the math. Turns out that it comes in less than 400 calories. That was all I ate for those 40 hours going from Monday night until Wednesday afternoon. Actually ended up being a 41-hour fast, because I didn't end up eating until 1 p.m. on Wednesday. Which was, as I can say, Wednesday was great. Tuesday was great. Nancy and I did an extra bout of yoga that we don't normally do. And as I said, Wednesday we did that. Last night, Thursday, or I'm sorry, ha 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 ha. Tuesday was great. Wednesday, not so great. Wednesday, last night, I finished off a container of ice cream that I had. I believe it was about a third of it, and it was a 48-ounce container. So I'm going to say I ate about 16 ounces of ice cream, or roughly a pound of ice cream, for dinner. And I finished it off with a chocolate milkshake from McDonald's. Now, as strange as it may sound, I honestly feel good about that. I feel as though I have put that behind me. Something that I've decided in order to get this accountability, and something that I noticed when I looked at the thumbnails of myself, and when I went over to Nancy's aunt's house on Friday because I wanted to weigh myself for my birthday. One of the things I discovered is that I'm 249.6 pounds, which means that I've managed to somehow gain 1.1 pounds since I last weighed myself back in May. That means over the course of June, when I was walking everywhere, I didn't manage to lose a pound. So, what this means to me is I have to take my own diet much more seriously, and I have to focus on my diet. I looked at the thumbnails of some of the previous videos that I've been doing. I've got to lose. I looked at Nancy and I looked at the pictures and I said, I need to lose about 50 pounds. Then it occurred to me, since the camera adds 10 pounds, I actually need to lose 60. Then it occurred to me that since I'm only 5'9", I really have no business being 200 pounds. There's no reason for a man standing 5'9", even with a broad build. Of course, there's a few exceptions, but there's no reason for me to be 200 pounds. I need to get down to 190, and I need to do that by January of next year, by the end of January. So over these next 6 months, I've got a goal of losing 60 pounds, and that's only going to happen by being very sincere about my diet. Now, one of the things, something else I've decided to do, and I've been holding pretty true to that, or at least getting into the mode of it, is I am going to try limiting myself to one large meal a day and perhaps a smaller meal at a different time. I'm really hoping that I can force myself to eat the larger meal early on, and then if I feel a need, eat a smaller meal sometime around like 5, 6 o'clock, what have you. But I do believe that I have enough fat reserves that I'm not going to do myself any harm by eating one meal a day. I've been very good about drinking my celery juice on an empty stomach, and I believe that's clearing out a lot of these things. It is pure and simple. I simply must do more work to lose the weight. So, that's where I am right now. I'm a guy who needs to lose 60 pounds in 6 months, and that is, you know, that's 10 pounds a month. One of the things that I am proud of myself for getting done this week is I did start the heart disease videos on Sunday. Those videos are going to be a whole series. Since I did in fact have a heart attack just days before my 45th birthday, and that's pretty much what this channel was created for and dedicated to, what I want to do is every so often I'm going to do a video on heart disease. I'm going to tell you about the most recent advances in the research to combat heart disease, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take one thing from my past, hopefully something that I'm not still doing, that I believe contributed to my heart disease and therefore contributed to my heart attack. So that's where we're headed with that. 60 pounds to lose by January, and that is the wrap up for Thursday. Well guys, I appreciate you watching. I hope you'll like, comment, subscribe, and share. I hope you'll check out my other channel, The Blue Collar Gentleman. And until next time, remember, only by taking care of ourselves first are we capable of taking care of others. Signing off, Topher.